In this video, we're going to talk about some tips and advice for moving out into your first apartment.
Hey, I'm Alex.
And I'm Phillip.
And we teach you what you need to know about your personal finances using words you can understand without boring you to death.
Because adulting shouldn't suck. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. In the comments below, let us know what your biggest worry is about moving out for the first time.
First up, you got to know how much it costs to actually move out. So a rule of thumb is if you're going to move out, you need to have at least 3 months worth of expenses saved up before you move. So for example, if your rent is $1,000 a month, you got to have $3,000 saved up before you move. And that's not even all the other stuff that comes with that. So moving out can be super expensive. And I'm just going to read off the list of things that you're going to have to pay for when you move out because there's a lot of stuff and it adds up real quick. So you've got your rental application fee for anywhere you want to move into. That's going to cost you $25 to $50 at each place that you put in your application to live at. You got a security deposit, which is going to be separate from your first month's rent. And that can range anywhere from $300 to the full amount of the rent. You got moving expenses. You got to pay for a U-Haul. That might be $100 or more, depending on how far you have to move. I mean, do you even know how to drive a U-Haul? You got boxes. That depends on how much stuff you have. That could be like $25 to $100 in boxes if you pay for them. Packing tape, that's like $15. And then if you have friends that actually help you move, usually people buy them pizza and whatever else, or maybe you pay your friends. I don't know. Pizza's usually good enough for most people, but that's like $20 or however much you want to spend if you're going to buy some bougie pizza or Domino's. You got first month's rent you got to pay for. That's like $300 to $1,500 or more, depending on where you're going to live or how many roommates you have. You got your power connection fee. That's like $50 to $100. And then you got your cable internet connection fee, and that's like another $35 to $100 depending on who you use to sign up for cable internet. I mean, this stuff adds up quick.
Super quick. With just that stuff alone, that's anywhere from $1,000 to $3,500 just to get the keys in your hand. And that doesn't even include the simple stuff that you need, like a trash can or a shower curtain or, bed sheets or whatever, So, I mean, do you really want to move out? Like, are you sure you want to move out? Having a roommate might, lessen this cost for you, but it's going to be expensive either way.
Unless you're moving out and you're going to live on the streets or in a cardboard box or on your friend's couch and you're couch surfing, you're going to need to have a job and you're going to need to have money in order to move out. And if you don't have a job and you haven't been saving up, now is the time to start doing that.
Regardless of what anybody thinks, living at home with your parents or living at home with your grandparents, wherever it is that you live, we can 99% almost guarantee that it's going to be cheaper living at home than living out on your own. So don't go running around thinking that you can start saving money once you move out and be a full grown up. You need to start before because it's just not going to work out very well for you.
One of the most important things is making sure you can actually afford all your bills. One of the worst things ever is being just totally house poor or being broke and having no money left over whatsoever. So make sure you can actually budget and afford wherever you're going to try to live rather than using every penny that you make just to move out.
It sucks. Been there, done that, would never do it again.
I mean, when you're first moving out, you probably don't have a whole lot of money anyways, but try to live somewhere that you can afford rather than somewhere you really want to live.
Yeah. Now, you got to figure out, can you afford to live on your own or do you need to get a roommate? Getting a roommate is always going to be the most frugal choice. I use the word. Are you so proud of me?
I am.
We had an argument about this word, a couple episodes ago. So.
He looked real dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I used it. I'm a grown up now. Yay. High five to me. But anywho, back to the roommate thing. It's going to be cheaper to do it with a roommate. That's just how it is. Unless you just make a lot of money. But didn't you move out of your parents' house to get away from living with people? Sometimes living with a roommate can be worse than living with your parents.
Yeah. I know we both had to have roommates when we first moved out because, I don't know how much money you guys make, but when I first moved out, I didn't make a whole lot of money and I was just making ends meet and I needed roommates to get by. There is no way I could have lived on my own in the studio. Couldn't afford it. So I always had to have multiple roommates. And I know sometimes we talk bad about roommates, but sometimes it's a necessary evil too. Not all my roommates were bad. I had definitely had some great roommates, but I definitely had some roommates that were disgusting or they're nasty people or they ate my food or they pieced out and they didn't pay their rent and they just disappeared. But that's a gamble you take.
I have a good roommate story. You know, I only had one roommate. He was great. You know, we're still friends today. He was 17 when he moved out with me, so he had to get emancipated from his parents, right? And don't think that, oh my God, I'm just going to go get emancipated and move out, right? You actually have to go to court for this. It costs money, and it's crazy. The parents like have to sign off for it, and you know, you have to show the judge that you could be better off as a younger adult than you could be if you were with your parents still. Odd situation. Anyways, he got emancipated. He had to pay this money. He moved out at 17. He was still in high school. He had to finish his senior year, and he still went to work. And I mean, that's what he did. And then he'd come home, and you know, we'd play video games, and we'd go to the hot tub, and we always left our apartment really, really cold because we didn't want to pay the power heater bill. So we went to the hot tub like every day during the winter in our apartments, and we warmed up in the hot tub, and then we'd go home and take a hot shower, and not together. But we take hot showers separately.
Ain't nobody judging you, man.
And then
Whatever.
we'd go to bed, and that's how we stayed warm in our apartment because we were poor. But
Together?
yeah.
If you can't afford to move out on your own and pay for a security deposit and all those other bills that come with initially moving out, maybe you can look for somebody that needs a room to rent out of their house or out of their apartment because maybe they had a roommate move out. So you can hopefully avoid paying some of those big upfront costs. But know that it's usually going to come with, you know, rules of people who already live there. But on the flip side, the nice thing too is they're going to have all their kitchen stuff and living room stuff already set up. So those are things that you're not going to have to buy.
Yep. It's nice. Mm-hmm. Before you move, you're going to want to consolidate your belongings. This is something that a lot of people tend to look over when they're going through that whole moving process for whatever reason. But, I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, check it out. Yo, go through your stuff, do a hardcore purge, and then sell or take it to a consignment store, give it to Goodwill, give it to your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, your uncles, your mommies, your daddies, your aunties. Again, you know, maybe you have multiple aunties, you know. Just give the stuff away or get rid of it, right? Like, don't waste your time packing this stuff just to go to your apartment and then purge there and realize you don't need it. So do it before you move. It's going to save yourself some time, some energy, and some money.
Man, I just moved, and I'll tell you what, getting rid of stuff felt so good.
Oh, man, he purged hardcore and still had to bring, like, everything. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, when you get old like us, you get a lot of crap.
Old like him.
Yeah, I guess you're not as old. Still old.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, the next one is ask for help. Right? You're already looking at YouTube videos, right? Looking for help, looking for advice. I would say ask your parents, ask your friends, ask your coworkers, because there's all kinds of stuff out there, you know, that maybe we didn't cover or haven't covered yet that, you know, their experiences might help you out too. So people are always willing to help people.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. While you're out there asking for help, start finding people that can help you move. I mean, it's great to start early because moving sucks, and it sucks a lot more if you have to do it by yourself. And conveniently, every time that I've gone to move, people always end up being busy, and they don't seem to show up. So the more people you ask, the more people that you're going to have show up when you actually need them to show up to help you move. Because, you know, that's just how it works.
I always show up.
Yeah.
You do too?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right, so the last one is celebrate. You just accomplished some big grown-up shit by moving out on your own.
Yep.
Enjoy it. Celebrate. Invite some friends over. Have some pizza. Watch Netflix on your iPad while you're laying on the ground because you don't have any furniture yet.
No.
But celebrate because, you know, now you got freedom.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm. And while you guys are looking around to try to find out some more advice about moving out, check out our move out playlist. We got it right up here. So check it out. We got a whole bunch of videos that you can watch, a whole bunch of downloadable checklists and stuff that you can use to help you move out effectively. So make sure you watch those. And if you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. In the comments below, let us know if you have any questions.
And don't forget to share this with your friends or future roommates.
Oh yeah.